He is regarded as the most feared hitter who ever played the game. And between the years of 2000 and 2004, he would put up some of the most gaudy and unbelievable numbers the game has ever seen. Whether you like or hate Barry Bonds, one thing is for sure. He's one of the greatest players ever play the game of baseball. And since his retirement in 2007, we haven't seen a guy like Barry Bonds come into the league and command not only the fear, but the respect at the plate that pitching staffs gave Barry. Sure, we've seen some unbelievable years from guys like Alex Rodriguez, David Ortiz, Albert Pujols, Ryan Howard, even Prince Fielder. Who can also forget one Mike Trout? Barry Bonds was the literal definition of mess around and find out. When looking at his numbers from the years 2000 to 2004, Barry Bonds put up some of the greatest seasons and greatest numbers the game of baseball has ever seen. For crying out loud, in 2004, he batted a .362 with a .609 on-base percentage and a .1422 OPS with 232 walks. These are perhaps the 4 best years that any hitter has ever had for any stretch. Due to analytics and the way that some pitching staffs approach lineups nowadays, I don't think we'll ever see anybody replicate these numbers ever again. But for a hitter just to get closer in the same ballpark as these numbers is truly scary. We haven't seen a hitter command the kind of respect and fear at the plate that Bonds has since he retired. But something's happening here in the 2022 season. There's a player out there right now commanding almost the same amount of fear from pitching staffs that Bonds did back in his prime. And would you be shocked if I told you that it was not Aaron Judge? Because right now, that'd be a lot of people's guesses. The real answer is one Mr. Designated Hitter, Yordan Alvarez, down there in Houston. Now, everybody knew that Yordan was very good when he came out his rookie year and hit 29 bombs in only half the season. People knew that he'd be one of the better DHs in the game some point in his career. But at no point, not a single person thought that Yordan Alvarez would be as good as he is currently right now. Just to show you how gaudy some of these numbers are, I'm going to go ahead and show them to you on the screen right now. Firstly, let's look at on-base percentage. Yordan Alvarez leads the entire league on on-base percentage at a .423. The next person closest to him is Paul Goldschmidt at .415. Next, let's look at slugging. Yordan Alvarez is first in the league, batting .687. Next person is Aaron Judge at .678. And then finally, OPS. Yordan Alvarez leads the league in OPS at a 1.110. Next closest person, you guessed it, Aaron Judge, 50 points lower than him at a 1.061. On top of that, he's fifth in the league in batting average at a .316. He's only played 84 games this year, and he's already hit 30 home runs and 69 RBIs. You might be asking yourself, well, how does that make him better than Aaron Judge? How does that make him the most feared hitter on the planet if Judge has more home runs and RBIs than Yordan? The answer is simple. Let me show you right here. Firstly, when you compare their K rates and walk rates, Judge isn't even in the same ballpark as Alvarez. Aaron Judge is striking out at a 26.2% rate. He's only walking at an 11.4% rate. Compare that to Yordan. Yordan's only striking out at an 18.3% rate, which is top 2 in the league, and he's walking at an incredible 15.1%, which is top 2 in the league as well. If that's not enough for you, let me show you one more thing. Here you see their hot and their cold zones, which kind of gives you an angle into their swing path and their ability to command the entire strike zone. Here's Aaron Judge's hot and cold quadrants in the strike zone. Now, I'm going to give you 2 charts to look at. One that shows the hits by quadrants and the one that shows batting average by quadrants, because the two go together quite well when you're trying to figure out a hitter's weakness in what part of the zone. Aaron Judge's quadrants by hits shows that the top part of the zone is his weakness, and that bottom third part of the zone is also his weakness. When you pair that with the batting average by quadrants, you can see just exactly where it falls off at. Now, you compare this to Yordan Alvarez's hitting quadrants and his hot zones. You can really only see one flaw, if you'd call that it, in his quadrants, and that is that outer third part of the plate. But then you match that with this batting average by quadrants, your jaw drops, because you realize that how dangerous this guy actually is and how good he is at commanding the zone and not swinging. His weakest quadrant in the zone, he's batting .400 on, and his lowest batting average is .320. These graphs should help you, one, understand why I say that Alvarez is on a different planet and the most feared hitter in baseball over Aaron Judge. And two, it should help you understand why pitchers are having such a hard time throwing to Alvarez, because there aren't many weak spots in his game. If you want to try and attack the corners, attack the zone, he's going to make you pay most of the time for it. And if you try to get him to chase, to swing outside the zone, he just doesn't. But if he does, he doesn't whiff very often. What's the absolute craziest part about all these numbers is the guy is only 25 years old. I'm actually a month older than he is by 30 days. For any of y'all that don't know this, the peak age where athletes hit their prime is generally from 27 to 32 for most sports. So if Yordan Alvarez is this disciplined at the plate, if he has the best numbers in the world already at 25, outside of home runs and RBIs, what's he going to look like when he hits his prime at 27, 28, 29? That is truly what scares me for the rest of the league, because my team has this guy. If you're a baseball fan, you should be excited to watch this guy, because whether you hate the Astros or love them, this guy is a once-in-a-lifetime player, it looks like. When it's all said and done, if Yordan Alvarez continues on the trajectory that he is on, we may be talking about one of the best baseball players who ever lived. But only time will tell us if that's true or not. Guys, would love to know what y'all think in the comment section down below about the situation, what's going on there in Houston with Alvarez. Do you agree with my analysis? Do you disagree with it? Would love to know what y'all think in the comment section down below. And before I go, I just want to say one thing. Aaron Judge is incredible. He truly is a great baseball player, one of the best bats on the planet. And for him to do what he's doing this year, and Yordan still has better numbers than him, that should show y'all just how good Yordan Alvarez is. So respect is where it's due. Aaron Judge, yeah, he's probably the AL MVP this year. I give it to him. But don't forget to like the video if you haven't already, and subscribe to the channel if you are new, because I have more videos like this, and I will see y'all in the next one. Adios, mi amigos.
Hey, thank you for rocking out tonight. You could be anywhere in the world. You're right here. I got my special guest, Tyler, man.
Yeah, we bringing this all from the Keystone State.
Chilling on the Empire State, till we run the entire state.